Welcome to the board of the Bantu, the justice system, the one that decides who is wrong and who is right, the one that decides who is good and who is evil, the one that decides to see truth for what it is, no matter how painful the situation. These are the Bantu, and we are walking into 2021, and it ain't gonna be easy, but the Bantu are walking into 2021 anyway. We've been here for thousands of years, and we shall be here for thousands more years. I would like to thank the living God, the God of the Bantu, for lifting me up and helping me fight my battles, my ancestors for holding a bitch down. Even when I broke down, I broke down several times, and even when I had to surrender, let me throw this to that side because it's gonna bother me. And when I had to surrender some things so that I could breathe. 2020 was not an easy year. It wasn't an easy year. It wasn't. No. No. I bottle all my years. I pick a in my head. I pick a bottle of wine and I say, okay, this was a great Moscato year, or I say this was a great Champagne year, or it was a great Chardonnay. And I pick a label and I say, okay, this was great Chardonnay. I totally am picking cactus wine for 2020. I've never drunk cactus wine, but those thorns, those thorns are going to stand for 2020. I hope 2020 wasn't too bad to you and you're not eager to see the back of it like I am. And I do hope 2021 is everything you ever dreamed of. Okay. Great things did happen to me too in 2020. Great movement in my life, at least for me, because my life moves like a tortoise. So the Bantu, 325 or more million of us. I'm going to say 500 million of us because a lot of Black people in North America have Bantu DNA, and in North America and South America have Bantu DNA, like Brazil. Hello, Brazil. Hello. Okay. Your Black blood is almost entirely Bantu. So, okay. Yeah. I will celebrate the Bantu, the history of how we got to North and South America and to Europe. How our DNA got there is painful, and we're not going to go there. But we survived, and we are survivors, and we are still kicking ass, and we are still rising above it, especially the darkness that has inundated our people. Okay, we're rising above it on a regular and daily basis. And so this is my reading for what's coming up in 2021. I might have to repeat some of the things because, I'm thank you very much. I asked on YouTube if people could tell me what they wanted to know about 2021, and I'm reading, the requests as I go down. I'm hoping that this isn't a really, really long video, but highly likely it's gonna be. So buckle up, get your popcorn, okay? Get your doubts, because this is metaphysical science. Okay, as you know, my ancestors, they prefer to do our readings not just for the year we're going into, because they say it's such a small thing. For us, it is a lot of days and a lot of shit happens. But for my ancestors in the metaphysical, it's the blink of an eye. So when I get to a topic, I may be pushed to look further than just 2021. So this is going to be long. And I'm hoping that it has great news for all of us. Okay. Get it on. You may be wondering why I blow my shells, because a lot of you, I I hope, are taking up shells. Blowing my shells gets rid of the energy that was in them before, and then they become a clean plate, and then I can do my shit. Having said that, does anybody want to donate shells to a bitch? My ancestors told me I needed more new shells, but you know what? I can't make up my mind. I just go on all these sites looking for shells, and I always say nah, nah, nah. So then my ancestors said, okay, bitch, you might actually need people to help you out. So instead of donating them to me, because all my metaphysical stuff I buy it myself, email me please with shells and where I can get them. You know, the picture and where I can get them. izzymitton@gmail.com. Please help a sister out because my ancestors are terribly irritated with her right now. Okay? And I'm going to pick shells from your choices. Okay, rock and roll. I'm definitely going to start with coronavirus because it did make the biggest difference for us in 2020. I couldn't find my grandfather's walking stick, so I'm just using his knife today. Besides, I feel like that bitch. I feel like cutting things. So I feel like I hope you all had a great holiday season. I'm still sort of in holiday mode, but I'm getting there. I am getting there. I am. Okay. Coronavirus. Oops. Hold on. I just saw I was reading clients, so I just saw a shell on the floor, so I'm gonna blow again. Okay. The shell was like, what about me? Okay. And blow again. Okay. Coronavirus. This reading of 2021, I'm going to do it with my ancestors in conjunction with the veil itself. The veil itself is the amalgamation of all the energies of all living things on earth. So I'm going to do this reading with the grass, the trees, the animals, everything that belongs to Mother Earth. I'm going to be doing this reading with my ancestors and everything that belongs to Mother Earth. The veil stands between the living and the dead, as we call them, because nobody really dies. You know, you transcend to another state of being when you go, right? Some of us were very eager at some point. And yeah. I think you get it. I don't want to get lost. Okay. So we're calling the veil and we're calling my ancestors, right? So I'm going to be muttering under my breath. Maybe not so much under my breath because I'm loud by nature. Okay? I call upon the earth, the sun, the moon, the night sky, the day, all the grass, all the soil, all the water, all the air, all the fire, all the spirits and all the energies that make up Mother Earth and that make up all the heavens. Please come to me. Please come to me. Please come to me. We're going to talk about coronavirus. 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 All the spirits. Coronavirus. It's a lot of energy, but it is required. So I'm going to ask the question. One moment. Okay. Coronavirus. I'm calling the actual disease. Coronavirus, please step into my place. Coronavirus, please step into my place. Coronavirus, please step into my place. So coronavirus in the metaphysical is a circle, a round circle with a blue outer edge, the blue of the human soul outer edge, and it's pitch black in the middle of the edge. It's a very strong energy, a very strong energy that doesn't quite belong to us, but has somehow been made a part of us. It was born of men, and therefore that it hence the blue soulful outside and the darkness inside. Okay, that's coronavirus. So it's a circle. And when coronavirus came into the plate, she hovered. I'm gonna call it a she because it's giving me a feminine feel. She hovered over the people, us, and suddenly people started freezing. They started going cold like ice. And then like the first row went cold like ice, and then the second row and the third row and the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, showing its contagion. This is actually a cold virus. It brings ice into the body. It actually brings ice into the body. The energy that it works with to take people is coldness, ice. Literally. Basically, when you get coronavirus from a spiritual perspective, you are getting it. When you get coronavirus from a spiritual perspective, you are getting ice shards pushed into you by it. And it is definitely a contagious disease because it's passed on from person to person, showing the rows, right? And it's passed on through the hands, because the people were touching. So the fingertips, the hands, the fingertips. That's how it is passed on. But that's how coronavirus looks in the metaphysical. It's ice. It's totally ice, like ice, and shards of ice. They pierce you and then they freeze you. So they freeze your physicality. You're frozen, and that's how you die. Right? Okay. So I'm going to ask coronavirus. Okay. Coronavirus, show me your work in 2021. Show me your work in 2021. Show me your work in 2021, coronavirus. Show me your work. Show me your work in 2021, coronavirus. Okay. So coronavirus is not satisfied with the work that she did in 2020. There's a definite split here. 2020, this is Miss Corona, and she was almost disappeared. Like, she was almost disappeared, and she wasn't having it. She was almost disappeared, and we were almost gonna win. But she fought back. She fought back real hard, and she pulled up. But this is humanity fighting to keep humanity is fighting to keep her away. There is a major pushback. So Corona felt the major pushback. She didn't have time for it. She decided to take a break. She decided to take a very small break. She just went right, because to us, the Bantu, right is really the dark side. Okay, so she just went right because she just, the pushback was strong. So some people really put in a lot of work. She did, however, take some people with her, and there are people who got coronavirus in the very last round when she was at her peak and she was having a good time, and they recovered, right? She hasn't let them off the hook yet. She is still with them. Oh yes, she is still with them. But once again, humanity is pushing back. right? But she has a slight edge. So people who got coronavirus before should expect to get ill from it again if they are not careful or if they are unlucky, and they should expect some will transcend. Some, because corona is about that business. This is an energy that is here to kill. That's her job, and she is very efficient. She loves her job. So we're moving into the future with Miss Corona, and this is what is gonna happen. We're actually walking into the worst time, the worst fucking time, because Miss Corona has regrouped. That vaccine that they are using right now it's temporary, you guys. This vaccine is temporary. It's going to require a little more work. This vaccine is fucking temporary. It's not going to work for everyone. It's going to work for some people. It will not work for others. It will not. And if you've had coronavirus before the vaccine came out, I suggest you be the last in line to get it. Okay, be the last in line to go for the vaccine, because it's actually going to take people it's going to take people who got coronavirus before. A lot of people who got coronavirus before will be taken by this vaccine. This vaccine is not perfect. It will suit certain blood types. I'm getting blood type B, and some of us are A. I'm A, but blood type B is gonna be lucky. I don't know my blood types. Sorry. Okay, because I got another one. And I'm not, bitch doesn't even know what it is. Okay, so blood types. Blood types. I know I'm A. Blood types list. Okay. A, B, and O. Okay. AB. Blood types B and AB. They're going to do very well with this version of the virus, of the vaccine, sorry. They're going to do very well with this version of the vaccine. Blood type O, which is most Africans, and blood type A are still on the outside. Blood type O and blood type A is a touch and go situation, touch and go. Okay? Yeah. And I'm blood type A. Okay. Anyway, moving on before I selfishly think about myself and I stop this reading and I scream. It's not safe for some of us, and it is very, very safe for others, right? So they will Miss Corona will take a lot of bodies because of that reason. Miss Corona will take a lot of bodies because of that reason, because of the blood type issue. Yeah, Miss Corona will take a lot of bodies. Let's just sit on that. Let's sit on it some more. Let us sit on it some more. Shit. Okay, she is going to rev herself up and triumph. Bitch is gonna triumph. Bitch is going to triumph. Bitch is going to take and take and take and take. Not lie. Bitch is gonna rule. and she's going to be ruling us for quite a while. Bitch is going to rule. Then the old version of the old virus is going to pop up. And this virus, she's very clever. She's very smart. She mutates. So then it's going to pop up again. The very old version that we would have thought, it's done, it's history. It's going to pop up again. So now we'll be fighting two versions, and then Miss Corona, because she hates to be outdone, will come up with two other versions, right? So once we get it right even for a second, Ms. Corona is adjusting and carrying on with her business. She really is. Okay. Miss Corona is going to be with us forever. She will continue to take lives. Okay, let's not fool ourselves. I was looking for something pretty to say here. I was looking for something good to say here. She will continue to take lives way after where some of us are dead. Way after. She will continue to take lives at a great number. She'll be higher than the flu in taking lives, because what we're going to do is whenever we come up with a vaccine, she fights back. She really fights back. She's really aggressive. But this is us, humanity, the scientists fighting back. And actually, a woman is going to take over fighting coronavirus. And she's not going to succeed. But she's going to give it everything she has. She has resources. She has money. She has brains. She has a great team. But she's not going to succeed. What is going to be available for us, and this is weird, but this is coming from the veil, is comfort. We are going to be, I don't know what the, comfort. Yes, we are going to learn to manage it. We're going to learn to ease the pain. Thank you. We are going to learn to ease the pain of the virus. The symptoms. We're gonna find ways of easing the pain of the symptoms. But if your major organs are affected, like your lungs or your heart, liver, and even stomach and intestines, if they are badly damaged by corona, then there is really no way out. Yeah. So she's with us for a very, very long time. So how many people will corona take? Before there is a cure, when they calculate all the numbers from the beginning of the virus to the day that they calculate the numbers, more than 100 million humans. Interestingly enough, we are sort of going to give up on it because we're going to be hit by another virus in a few years that is deadly on contact. Yes, there is another virus that is coming that will be released by the same people who released this, that you die upon contact. You don't get it, then spread it. No. Once you get it, you're fucking dead. You know how we watch, and it has to do with blood, like your blood capillaries will pop out and burst and just like the movies. Like, and you just sort of liquefy from the inside. It's not as bloodthirsty as Miss Corona. it's actually giving me a male energy, and there it pops up. There it pops up. Instead of having the black inside of Corona, this one has the red inside, but on the outside, it's a ring of light, just light, a ring of light with red inside. It is more deadly, and it's going to start with the rich people first, and then it's going to go down to the poor people, and they won't even be time for anyone to save anyone. It is a case of you'll be bleeding from the nose, right? The nose and mouth, and people will just run. Okay, people will just run. So masks are with us for a long time. Just when we ease up on the mask situation, and there are countries and organizations that will want to ease up on masks very quickly, and just out of greed, they will want to do that. Just when we are about to do that, right? Just when we are about to do that, we'll be hit by more corona and then this virus. Is this virus, is it going to piggyback? Virus, are you going to piggyback on corona, or you are different? He's different. And I want to call him a he just to... He's going to be called something with a V, like Vesuvius, or Vesven, or Ves, something like a V, something to do with a volcano, something like a V. It's going to be named something like a V. And it's a blood-borne disease. It goes straight into your bloodstream, and then it does its job, and it don't play. It does not play. Okay, next I'm going to ask human changes. Okay, Leo, what are the human changes? What are the human changes because of corona and Vesuvius? What are the human changes? And the veil says a lot of them. And my grandmother says a fucking lot of them. Okay? I think I said this before. Show me the human changes. But there are going to be a lot of marriages. Show me the human changes. Lack of trust among humanity. Show me the human changes. It's going to be about your health. Literally, you're going to carry something, or it's on your phone, or it's something like that. You're going to carry something or your phone. Either one of those. You're going to carry either your phone or something like your phone. You're going to carry it, and you are going to, wherever you go, like, let's have lunch. Ding! But it's not a phone. What is it? It's like a health pad. It's like they're going to start with the phone. And I think I read that. But it's not a phone. It's like a wristband. Yes. It's like a tiny little wristband that every human will have to wear. This is not coming now. Maybe 5 years, 3 months, 1 day. Okay. And you will be wearing it. And it's everywhere you go, like a restaurant, you have to, and then they'll go ping, and then they'll let you in or let you out. Like, people's temperatures and your health in general is going to become very important. So people are going to do a lot of health issues. They're going to work on their health a lot, because you're going to be barred from buildings, public transportation, all sorts of things due to a health issue. They're going to start isolating people. They're going to, like leprosy, like the days of leprosy. Those of you who are history buffs, like I love history too. When they used to put leprosy people on islands, right? They're going to start doing that. Especially with, I'm going to name him Vesuvius, especially with Vesuvius. They are going to start putting you away. You know what I mean? Putting you in isolation with those of you. There are people who will be born as carriers. There are actually people who are going to be born as carriers of coronavirus. Oh, fuck it. And carriers of this Vesuvius thing. There are people who are going to be born with it as carriers, and they will start isolating those from those who are not carriers. Oh, it's gonna be a mess. I hope I'm dead. Okay, it's gonna be a mess. Yeah, the first child who will be born a carrier of coronavirus is actually coming very soon, very, very soon in 2021. So the carriers don't die of the disease, but people will be watching them, for years and years, like maybe they'll die, but they do have the ability to spread it. So people will start to fear. I wonder what they're going to do with the child who's going to be born a carrier. They are definitely carriers. They won't live long lives. The kids will die at around 12. So they'll be pretty healthy until around 12, 13. Some will get to their 20s. Okay. But they will more human isolation because of diseases. Okay. Now, let us go to the social changes of coronavirus, and then I'll move on to another topic. Social changes of coronavirus. Social changes of coronavirus. Besides the ones that I already mentioned, I think those are enough to horrify somebody. Okay. Lack of money. Lots of people are going to be poor, and a small group of people are going to own everything. We are going into an era where a small group of people will own everything. There will be people who will find a way of isolating themselves from humanity because they are so wealthy. Bottom line, the changes that coronavirus brings will be permanent. Okay, let me just, bottom line. Okay. Small groups of people are going to become the thing. Like literally, not because they are being forced to, but because people are afraid to die. So small groups of people are going to become, like I said last year, or like I said in a coronavirus video, more family oriented. People are going to, like, casual sex is literally going to die out. It's unbelievable, but true. Because people are going to stop taking chances with themselves, and prostitution is going to rise because they will have, they'll work out a way where prostitutes can still do their stuff, and still it's going to rise. I am Scorpio, so but that's what is popping out. Less human interaction. Much, much less. Much, much less. Okay. This is depressing enough. Let me move on to another topic. I think moving on to another topic is a really good idea. Okay. Next topic. Let me go back to Instagram. See, how safe is it to travel, and what are some of the restrictions we should watch out for? Okay. How safe is it to travel the veil? By road is better than by plane. But there'll be a hell of a lot more restrictions at borders. Basically, people are sort of gonna get stuck in their own region. Okay, the airplane industry is really, really going to suffer. It's going to suffer. Is there going to be a major conflict? Okay, I'm gonna take a break and come back. Okay. Alrighty. Moving on to something else. Good Lord. Okay, the entertainment business. Ebony the comedian. That was her request. She wants to know about the entertainment business. I'm not seeing much of a change. Okay, bye coronavirus. Bye Vesuvius, Mr. V. Bye coronavirus. Bye Mr. V. Okay. Entertainment industry. Music and movies, right? Music and movies. The energy of music and movies. The energy of music and movies. The energy of music, for me, a person on the other side of the veil, is pink. And the energy of movies, for me, is purple. That's what I'm seeing. But there came in boxes instead of circles, squares, which pretty much means humanity in 2021 is not going to change when it comes to creativity. We are pretty boxed in. It's going to be the same old, same old. Okay. Music and movies. Tell me what's in store for us next year. Music and movies. Tell me what's in store for us. And the veil says nothing new. Nothing new. Everything remains the same because the world is not paying that much attention to entertainment as they try to battle what is on the ground. People are going to be so physically tired that people are going to be so tired, like really exhausted. People are going to be really, really exhausted to the point that watching a movie or even listening to music is going to be difficult. The stress level is going to be so high. The fear even higher. The corruption times 20. Okay, let's see what else is coming up. A reenactment of old movies, Hollywood not wanting to put money, loss of creativity. Literally. We were doing very well creatively as people. We were going very, very well. And this is where we are. And where we are is artists making a hell of a lot of money, and there are gonna be lots of pregnancies, lots and lots and lots of pregnancies of major female actors, actresses, and musicians. Lots of pregnancies. So this is where we are right now. The baby boom is about to hit us. There's gonna be lots of pregnancies, lots of babies are gonna be born, and they steal money. Okay, and then there will be the money will be there, but for a select few. And then there'll be this guy. Okay. This guy right here. But this is in a few years. There'll be this guy who owns everybody. So the music industry is going to become even more of a monopoly. The movie industry is going to become even more of a monopoly. This one guy, Japanese, of Japanese descent, he's going to own everything. Okay. Literally. That ends this reading. Okay. That ends this reading. He's literally going to own everything and everyone. He's literally going to buy out everyone. Disney, Sony, if he hasn't started buying it out already, is literally going to buy out the major movie companies and the major music companies. And yeah. Like I said, very few, because of coronavirus, the wealth will be in the hands of very few people. Literally like 5 men are going to own the world because they are making a killing through this coronavirus. They are making a killing. Okay, those who are making the masks, those who are going to do the vaccine, they are making a killing. And I did say before that we are walking into the era of the nerds. Yeah, these 5 guys are all nerdy. Forget Mark Zuckerberg. Nerdy like Mark Zuckerberg, but he's gonna be beneath these men. These 5 men who literally own everything and have water rights. They are literally going to have water rights, clean air, rain rights. That's so fucked up. Rain rights. They are literally earth rights. As if, good God. They're literally gonna rape the earth and literally own everything. A group of 5 men are literally, and one of them is Japanese. He's the one who is coming out the strongest. One Japanese, one Arab, and 3 Caucasians. They are literally going to own everything. I hope I'll be dead. Okay. Let's see. Next question. Oh my God, this is dark. This is some dark shit right here. The environment. Okay, this is from Sooo 5K. I don't know where you people get these names from on Instagram. Oh my God. Okay, Sooo. Okay, Sooo 5K. She asked about global warming, meteors, aliens, and astral travel. Dream on, bitch. Dream on about astral travel. Um, Let me see if anybody else asked about the environment, because since I have the veil with me, I might as well make use of it. Um, Okay, I'm gonna go from the environment to immigration, because yeah, that there is a lot of global chatter about that. Buy entertainment, buy music and movies, buy music and movies, music and movies. Okay, Mother Earth, tell me what's gonna happen to you in 2021. Not too many, not much of a difference. Mother Earth, tell me what's gonna happen to you. The answer is not too much of a difference, because it's only 1 year, the blink of an eye. The environmental changes and global changes of nature will take time. Okay, so I will go on to what I said, and I've forgotten what the fuck I said I would do next. That's just shocking. I've forgotten. Oh, immigration. Yes. The veil. Please tell me about immigration. Africans are going to replace Mexicans. They're going to replace Mexicans as illegal aliens more than any other race. They are totally going to be scrambling out of Africa. When we were in school, we got a scramble. In history, we were taught a scramble for Africa, where colonizers were scrambling for bits of Africa. Africa is going to be there's going to be a scramble out of Africa. It has already begun. People are going to get onto rickety boats, and off the coast of West Africa, and off the coast of the western part of Africa. That's where most of the activity will be happening. Lots of Africans will be escaping Africa. In fact, Africa is going to have so many escapees that it's going to be sparsely populated. I mean, it's a big piece of land, and so I don't know how to explain it, but yes, there's going to be a massive exodus. We see boats going in the direction of Australia. We see Africans building their own boats just to get away, because the misery of the world will be triple compounded in Africa because of their leaders, not because of lack of wealth, but because of their leaders. It'll be triple compounded. So Africans are going to become the majority of illegal aliens in the world. Okay, so what will happen to those immigrants? Interestingly enough, this is from the veil. Mexicans are not going to be immigrating as much. They're going to choose to stay in their own country, because the land of opportunity that was America is not going to be the land of opportunity. But this is like 7 years from now. 7. Yeah. They are going to choose to remain where they are. But Africans are going to invade in bigger masses than now, like educated Africans, non-educated Africans, anybody at all. They're gonna build these makeshift boats, and they are going to run. And because they won't be unable to get out of the continent any other way, they are going to use the ocean and the sea as the ocean, same thing, sorry. the ocean. Sorry. Okay, they're going to use oceans to try to get away. And when they get where they are going, they are not going to be very welcome. A lot of them are going to be imprisoned. A lot of them are going to be tortured. There is the beginning of slavery again. Specific countries are coming out. Italy is one. It's going to be like a torture chamber for African slavery. The United States is going to choose to repatriate them. So those Africans who are unlucky to be able to sneak in are going to be airmailed back to where they came from. Europeans, because of coronavirus, are going to lose a lot of citizens. Canada is going to lose a lot of citizens. So for a while they'll open their shores to these people, and then with give them low level existence, right? Yeah, like fruit pickers, like factory workers, like that kind of low level, and the upward mobility will be zero. So it's almost like semi-slavery. It's almost like you what do you say? People are going to be, it's almost like voluntary slavery. Yeah. But that's not 2021. That's coming. It's already started, the exodus, because we can feel the energy. We can feel the energy, but it's still underground. It will stop being underground and just become out in the open. It'll make the news. It'll make the news. None of them are heading to South America. South America is almost like a transit point. So South Americans don't really give a fuck. They will let them pass and they'll let them walk through. They don't care. They don't care. A lot are going to stay in Brazil. So Brazil will expect a huge exodus of Africans, mostly from Southern Africa. Brazil and Southern, mostly from, but then the existence in Brazil is going to be so miserable as well. There is like a revolutionary change coming to Brazil, because Brazil is a country that is ruled on race, and the Caucasians are above the non-Caucasians, and everybody wants to be Caucasian. But there is a rising revolution. There is a rising revolution in Brazil, and it shall have a black president in about 9 years, but at the barrel of a gun. Okay, at the barrel of a gun. Italy is coming out as the worst. It's like, if you're African and you watch this like 7 years from now, I don't know, don't go to Italy. Don't go. Don't go to Italy. Don't. It's coming out as the worst, right? The worst of the worst, because Italy is going to, it has lost a lot of people to coronavirus. It will continue to lose more and more and more and more people. But Italy is going to stop sharing its numbers. So Italy, when you get there, it's going to be almost like slave labor and the mafia. You're falling into the hands of the mafia. You're literally falling into the hands of the mafia, which requires free labor. Let me just put it that way. Okay. Food, though, is not going to be Africa's problem. Okay, so they're not running away from hunger. They are running away from despair, lack of opportunities, poverty, lack of medicine, and lack of medical facilities. Food is not going to be their problem. Actually, Africans are going to have bumper harvests and bumper this and bumper crops, and Mother Nature is like rebuilding Africa's forests. It'll take time, but she's rebuilding. She is rebuilding, putting together what was broken down. She's rebuilding, and Food won't be a problem. I keep seeing mangoes. I mean, if you've never eaten an African mango, then you don't know. But I keep seeing mangoes, and mangoes are depicting a lot of food. A lot of food. There will be food shortages. Not so much right now, but as Corona becomes Corona, whatever number, because that number is gonna we are on Corona 19. They shall decide to call this new one that's coming Corona 20. I mean, they'll pretend for a while, but actually in their labs and things like that, they're calling it Corona 20. By the time we get to Corona 27, not much of a shortage, but those countries that were used to a lot of food and were used to seeing everything they wanted on the shelves, they shall just be less on the shelves. I'm actually seeing it in Canada right now. I can't find a whole lot of certain things. That's because almost like 1,000 of our farm workers, they either died every month or every week. I read it somewhere. It was really horrifying. But yes, they will, for those countries that were used to having plenty, they will have less. There is a whole weight loss thing that's going to happen, not because one, because people are more health conscious, but two, because they just won't be that much of a variety with time. Okay, so immigration, it's almost useless for me to throw the shells. Okay, and one gets stuck in my hand. That usually stands for money. It's almost like any future opportunities that were meant to rise, people doing great things. This plague has taken it away. Great new scientific discoveries of 2021 have been taken away. There is a scramble for survival. The energy of the veil is a scramble for survival. Even the grass is going to get corona. Okay. Those countries where people are running away from, they're going to start campaigns. Stay home, basically. And those who do leave, the barriers are many. And actually, many will choose to go back where they came from. It's almost like a useless scramble. There will be cages. Like I said, people will be caged, literally. It's a useless scramble. Yeah. Okay. A useless scramble. Okay. What of Australia keeps popping up? Australia. Okay, Australia. More like the Asian population is going to rise in Australia. Right now, they have all these restrictive immigration laws against Asians, right? But they're going to be feeling, after coronavirus 25, they're really going to be feeling it. And so more Asians will immigrate to Australia, way more. It'll be like an open door policy. And I know that sounds really weird, even for me, because I think I have read about Australia's restrictive immigration policies. But yeah, but it will most certainly, they have no choice. They have no choice. The dying of indigenous groups that's coming out. The dying coronavirus is actually going to be the beginning of making some indigenous groups extinct. And last but not least, the state of America. 2021, or in 10 years' time. More like the state of African Americans. State of African Americans. Okay, what is life going to be like? for African Americans? What is life going to be like for African Americans? Again, I'm just getting countries. The veil is just moving me. England. The racism that was hidden is going to come to the forefront. People are going to start questioning the royal family. 2021 is when the end of 2021 is when the niggling questions about why do we need a royal family? Why do we have them? There will be criticism. I see Meghan Markle having another child. I see her husband still holed up in Botswana and playing happy families. They will be together 2021, 2022, 2023 together for the public. 2023 they will split. Okay. The States. British black people, the Black Lives Matter movement has awakened in them a fire, a passion, a fight for rights. And it'll die down for a while because of coronavirus. But again, towards the end of 2021, they are going to gear up, if that makes sense. Okay. The states of African Americans. I'll start with the good thing. They're going to be weddings. People are getting married. Oops. Definitely a loss of income. Yeah, a loss of income. This is loss of income. Loss of income due to limited opportunities. This is huge. So we're here. And already there's been a loss of income. The loss of income is going to be even bigger. Way bigger. So it's going to add up or add on and on and on and on. Like I said, the struggle continues. They are actually going to be family units, cohesive family units in the African American community with a lot of pushback. Like there is a lot of pushback for African American families to just be a lot of obstacles. It's as if the system as it is works for America, but basically it's just not gonna be that easy, to, I don't know how to explain it, but the loneliness will drive people to get married, and it will force people to stay in marriages, whether they are good or bad. Okay. And there'll be lots of babies. Lots and lots of babies are going to be born in the African American community. That usually happens in a plague. Lots of dissatisfying relationships and people staying in them because not being in one is worse. African America is going into an era where they have to fight for the right to be called husband and wife and fight for the right to live with each other for 30 to 40 years because a lot goes against them doing that. There is a severe blockage and a severe discriminatory way of stopping that from happening. Whew. For real, there's nothing good to say. We're not walking into a good era. Let me just say it. Basically, there will be more blockages, right? Basically, there'll be more blockages for opportunities. Okay, more blockages for you to build a middle class lifestyle. Way more blockages, but there will be more babies, and there will be more men taking responsibility and staying within the family, than before. But it's a struggle. It's a never ending struggle. There will be some modicum of success, but every time there is a modicum of success, there is a horrible pushback. It's like America is at war with America wants to keep a certain image of black life in America, and it's almost like there is a war. It's weird. Yeah, depressing. Okay. It's almost, once again, when I pick up these shells, it is also a result of the Hitler-like dude. There's a feeling of African Americans being shoved to the back of the line, almost like a metaphysical fence is put around them, almost like there's a voice saying, "They're spoiled. Just cage them and be done with it." That's what's coming out. Hopefully I'll be dead. Okay. What I'm reading just wants to make me kill myself right now. Okay, so I'll give the veil at the last. People are going to suffer, not just black people in general. And there will be a lot of trauma due to loss. More women are going to be taken by this virus than men. And more men are going to be taken by Mr. V than women. Okay. There's going to be a lot of trauma, a lot of insecurity. A lot of groups are going to come up. Group for, this is weird, but this is just coming straight from the veil. A lot of groups will decide to worship coronavirus, and you know what I'm saying? They'll decide that, if we worship it, so they'll literally be worshiping corona, and there will be the other groups who are anti-vaccinations, which are not 100, but they will get to be 85. 75, never 100. So there'll be those groups who will say, well, right now there are no stories of anyone dying of the vaccine, but there will be stories because this vaccine pretty much saves group group blood type B and group blood type AB, right? A and O are still on the outside. So they will be stories, and those stories will have the anti-vaccinators screaming and shrieking. Then there are those who are pushing for legislation to make it a must. It's already started. That has already started. And it is driven by greed. Those who are pushing for everyone to be vaccinated, they are doing it out of greed. Money. Yeah, there is going to be a lot of societal issues. A lot. A lot. Not just 2021, but also the next 5 to 10 years. And then there's that Hitler-like guy who totally doesn't like other races. the veil says that's enough, and I'm grateful because, yeah, that's about the time. So, this was depressing as fuck. Hopefully, a lot of those things that I was shown by the veil and my ancestors will not happen until I am fully dead. Thank you very much. And on that note, I wish everybody a great 2021. That's fucking hilarious. After that reading, that's fucking hilarious. I wish everybody a great 2021. We are a resilient people. We are an amazing people. We rise above everything, and we will rise above this. Yes, we will. We'll rise above this, and one day this will all be history. Okay, so have a very nice week. Be kind to yourselves. Be good to yourselves. Be careful out there with partying on January 1st, or on December 31st for January 1st, because let me tell you, Miss Coronavirus is all geared up, ready to take lives. Okay, on that note, thank you so much. I will see you all next week, hopefully. Be good to yourselves as always. Be kind to yourselves, because if you're not kind to yourselves, you can't be kind to anyone. I went through some really traumatic experiences this week, and talking about it has helped a great deal. So find someone to talk to, anyone to talk to at all. Find someone to talk to. It really helps. Alrighty? Bye.